guys, so it's Shan again. I know it has been a while since I've come to you guys. Excuse the hair and my robe. I just got out the shower, but I wanted to do a video for you guys. So the last time that you guys saw, I told you that we were going to do the IUI. So on cycle day 3, I was put on Femera or Letrozole, and I was taking 2.5 milligram tablets on cycle day 3 through 7, and then I went back in on cycle day 12 for an ultrasound to see how my follicles were growing. Let's talk about Letrozole though. That medication had me going crazy. And when I say crazy, I don't mean it had me going crazy, but I had hot flashes, and anybody who knows me knows that I am cold all the time. I wear my jacket every single day at work, no matter what the temperature is, because I'm always cold. I wear jeans through the summer, just to give you an idea. So I had hot flashes every night. I would like throw the covers off, and I'm like, oh my god, honey, it is so hot in here. Like, can we turn the ceiling fan on? I'm like stripping out of my clothes. I'm just like bra and panty, no sheets, no blankets, nothing. So the hot flashes were real. And not only did I have hot flashes, I had mood swings. I mean, mood swings. So initially I was taking the medication in the morning, and maybe like 2 hours or so after I would take it, I would just become angry. Like, I would be so upset. I would just be a bitch, for lack of a better word. And my sister said something about it, Steve said something about it, and I'd like read on a million forums that people were complaining about the mood swings. And so then I started putting two and two together, and I was like, holy crap, it's this medicine. And I would notice every time I took it, I would just become angry for no reason, and then out of nowhere I'd be back to my normal self. Hey, how you doing? You know, feeling good. So those two were my biggest complaints as far as side effects went. But back to the ultrasound, I went in on cycle day 12 to have my follicles measured, and they were 8 to 9 millimeters. And you need them to be about 18 millimeters before they will give you the trigger shot, Ovidril, which is what forces you to release the follicle or ovulate within the next 24 to 36 hours. So they told me to come back on cycle day 18, and we would see how they were progressing, because typically you would get growth 1 to 2 millimeters per day. Sorry, my dog just walked in. But typically you would get 1 to 2 millimeters of growth per day. And so I went back in on cycle day 18, and they had grown to 10 millimeters. Needless to say, I was upset. And as soon as the nurse walks out after she did the ultrasound, I laid on the table for like 3 minutes, and I just cried. And I went by myself because Steve this month, he cannot participate at all in my appointments because he's an accountant, and this is their peak month, so they're not allowed to miss, and they have to work longer hours, and even on the weekend, which he normally is off. So I was by myself, and I just laid on the table for about 3 minutes and just cried. And by the time I like regained my composure, my eyes were red, and you could tell that I had been crying. So I just like put on my clothes like really quickly and held my head down and tried to walk out without anybody noticing that I had been crying. And as I'm like in the elevator and walking out of the building, tears are just streaming, and people are just looking at me trying to figure out, why is this crazy girl walking out of here crying with this bag in her hand? I had this it looked, I don't know, it's like a refrigerated bag because the medication Avidril has to be refrigerated. So then I'm carrying this big padded envelope with the medication inside of it. It's like reflective type material, and so I'm like carrying this in my hand and I'm just like crying, and so I probably look like some crazy lady, but I didn't care. My emotions had gotten the best of me. And so then I texted Steve, and I texted my mom and sister, and I was like, well, it didn't happen again. They still have not grown to a mature size. Sorry, my camera's trying to focus. So the nurse told me that the doctor would review, I don't know why my camera's doing that. And so the nurse told me that the doctor would review the ultrasound and make a decision as to what he wanted to do from that point forward. So I got a call later that evening, and I was told that they would up the dosage of Femara. So now the dosage is 7.5 milligrams, which is 3 tabs a day for cycle day 18 through 22. And then I'll go back about a week later and have another ultrasound done. So at this point, I'm just taking medication and waiting. I don't know. I'm kind of getting defeated because I feel like if they have not grown, at this point they're probably not going to. However, I've seen several people say that they've encountered the same thing. They upped the dosage and things were fine. So I'm trying to keep positive. I'm trying to make it through these side effects because I'm hot right now. Oh my god, I'm hot right now. But I'm trying to make it through these side effects. And this morning, like, I got really sick. I don't know if this was from the increase in medication or what. I was like puking and my stomach was upset, and I hadn't been sick prior to, and after I got all that out of my system, I've been okay these past few hours. But I don't know, I'm just a ball of emotions right now, and that's kind of what's going on. So I have to wait until July 18th, I believe, to have my next ultrasound. Don't quote me on the date because I'm not 100% sure. I had to write it down in my calendar. I am terrible with remembering dates and times and things like that. So I wrote it down, and I will come back to you guys when I know more. As always, thank you for tuning into my channel and listening to me go on, and keep us in your prayers. Like this video, hit the subscribe button so that you will not miss out on any when I upload them, and I will see you guys later.